If your VirtualBox suddenly shows this error in the supR3HardenedWinReSpawn, make sure the kernel module has been loaded successfully. I ran this exact issue on my Windows machine while trying to start Ubuntu in VirtualBox. I spent quite a little while testing different fixes, and some of them will solve the problem for most people. So let's go through it step by step. What this basically means is that VirtualBox cannot communicate with one of the Windows support driver you need to launch your virtual machine. So when that driver isn't available or isn't working correctly, VirtualBox simply can't start. The first troubleshooting step I tried was reinstalling the VirtualBox support driver. Open the File Explorer and go to this location, Program File, Oracle, VirtualBox, and Driver, and VVox. Inside this folder, you will find a file called vvoxsetup.inf. So right click the file and choose install. This is the standard troubleshooting step that may ask you Windows to install the VirtualBox support driver again. If the installation successfully, you will see a message like the operation completed successfully. For many people, this is enough to restore the driver and solve the problem. Unfortunately, in my case, VirtualBox still shows the same exact error, so I moved to the next troubleshooting step. I opened the command prompt as an administrator and type start VVox. This command asks Windows to start the VVox support driver service. If the service isn't running, starting it here often allows VirtualBox to communicate with the driver again. Instead of starting it normally, Windows turns another message and instead of the service is already running. At first, I didn't take much sense. If the service was already running, why was the VirtualBox still reporting that it could not find the driver? That usually points to a situation where Windows thinks the service is active, but the VirtualBox still can't use it correctly. So the next thing I checked was whether VirtualBox still had the background process running. I opened the task manager, indexed every VirtualBox process that was still running, then opened the services, found the VirtualBox system service, open its property and change the startup type from manual to automatic. After that, I tried launching the VirtualBox again and also retyped the sc startup VVox command. For many users, this step is enough because it ensures Windows automatically start the VirtualBox service when it's needed. Unfortunately, my installation still isn't working. At this point, I will already reinstall the driver, confirm the service, restart the process, and the same kernel driver error keep. That's usually indicate the VirtualBox installation itself may be damaged or incomplete. Instead of continuing to change the Windows setting, I switched to the safest official solution. I visited the official Oracle VirtualBox website, downloaded the latest installer and installed it over my existing installation. This simply repair or replace the VirtualBox program file and driver. It does not remove your existing VirtualBox machine or VirtualBox hard disk, so my safe Ubuntu machine was still there after the installation finished. Once the installation completed, I opened the VirtualBox again, select my Ubuntu virtual machine, click start, and this time everything booted normally without a single error. So if you are seeing the same error, I do recommend this troubleshooting step. Start by reinstalling the VirtualBox support driver, then check that VirtualBox service is still running correctly, and if the problem still isn't fixed, then reinstall the latest version directly from the official Oracle VirtualBox website. That was a solution that finally fixed it for me. Hopefully this video saved you a lot of time. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.